Coach, you're coming off the bye week, fresh off a couple wins, or a win, I should say. How did you guys do this bye week? What were you doing with special teams? What was kind of the protocol this past week on bye week?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing in a bye week is get healthy. That's what you're trying to do across the board, right? And then it's fine tune ourselves, right? So last week was, a lot of preparation to clean things up that we need to work on as a football team. There's plenty of stuff that we need to work on. So obviously coming off a win, that helps, right? That gives you a good little boost going into the bye week. But number one goal was to get healthy. We did that, right? Working on getting healthy and then fine tune things. There's a lot of things to fine tune across the board as a football team. Tons of things we need to fine tune in special teams. But I can promise you this: the healthier we are running down and covering and returning and all that, the healthier the better we're going to be as a football team. So focus was definitely on us, right, first week, and now obviously a lot more preparation towards our opponent this week. But get healthy and get fresh, and it's good to be back, and good to be back out there with pads, and good to be back out there getting after it. Guys had great energy today.
And when you say a few things you want to fine-tune, what are some of those aspects of the special teams you're talking about?
Yeah, I think you self-scout every week, but as you go into a bye week, you're going to go and take a look at everything, right? What's your opponent looking at? But I think the biggest thing is our fundamentals. I think that's the biggest thing, right? Is how we align, what our assignment is, and how we're executing our technique, right? Each week, every play is going to be graded. They're going to have an alignment, assignment, and technique grade, and then they're going to have an execution grade, right? So our alignment, our assignment, technique, we got to be correct on that. If we have some issues there, we're going to have a problem, right? So alignment, assignment, technique on every single unit, and then obviously our execution. So execution can always be worked on because that's what the opponent's doing too, right? You're sitting there battling as you're running down the field, or your hands, you're inside and you're working a guy. But as far as any specifics on that, we'll keep that in-house. But overall, just working to continually get better ourselves, right, as we prepare for an opponent. Excuse me.
It's early in the week, but you've had a whole week beforehand. I'm sure you guys were looking at Troy. What are you expecting from the Trojans this week?
Yeah, that's a darn good football team, right? There's a reason that they had the opportunity to host the trophy up last year. I believe they finished last season with 12 victories. It's hard to win 12 games in college football. So we have an excellent opponent coming into our home stadium for homecoming. These are the games that you dream about, right? These are the games that players, coaches, everyone affiliated with a program, all of you, obviously, this is what we play the game for. Are these opportunities to go out Saturday night underneath the lights? It's going to be an electric atmosphere. We need our fans. Fans, you guys showed up. You've been showing up. Man, do it again. I promise you, it's going to be awesome. So we need it again, and each one gets bigger each week when you keep performing the way we're performing. So these are the games. These are the games. The hair on the back of my neck starts to stand up. These are the games that you work for. You work all off season. You put in those extra reps. You put in those extra workouts. It's 120 outside for these opportunities, for this opportunity Saturday. So we got a great opponent coming in. There's a reason that, again, they were the conference champions last year, and they're a reason that we're tied with them right now in our division. But I expect them to come in ready to play. I expect them to come in with the same understanding that we got two darn good teams that are going to go out there and put everything on the line this Saturday night, 6 o'clock. Fired up for it.
Mason Shipley, these past two games, feels like he's just Mr. Automatic. Like you can put him out there, you're going to be guaranteed 3 points. How about his kind of progression from the start of the season up till now?
Yeah, so in the nicest way possible, we'd love to not put him out there. You guys have heard me, I wish the snapper and the punter luck before every game. I hope they don't play. We had one of those. Let's do that again. From a kicking standpoint, I'd like him to be automatic on PATs. I know I'm saying what's supposed to happen there, but at the end of the day, I hope he doesn't get any field goal attempts because I hope they're PATs. But when he's asked to do something, he's done a good job, and it's his preparation. I don't think there's been a change in his progress. He didn't start a certain way and got to a certain way. He's a mature, older player that's been out there and done an excellent job. I think a big portion of that, though, and this isn't minimizing Mason at all, I think a big portion of that is the snap and the hold. And we've got two veteran guys there, and John Erline is the snapper, and Seamus O'Kelly is the holder that have been doing it for a long time and do a great job. There's a huge piece of that falls on them, and then obviously he needs to step up and do his job as well. But when he's called upon, he goes out there and does his job just like he's supposed to. Hopefully, don't have to call upon him a lot.
How good does it make you feel that you've got, like, as you were saying, holder, long snapper, and kicker? It's just 3 veterans that they're not. You don't have to like keep. They know what to do and all of that stuff. How do they make your job much easier?
That's exactly what they do. I mean, and what I would say is today, as we practice, pre-practice, right? We got one field here, so we're out on the turf before the guys get out there, and then we sprint over to the grass fields and practice. Absolutely nothing has changed from spring until now. It's the exact same preparation. It's the exact same operation, and we're going to prepare the exact same way, and when we're called upon to do something, we're going to go do it. And those guys are mature, older individuals that handle it the proper way. They're going to get spoken to, or let's say coached hard the exact same way during the bye week as they are in spring, as they are for anything. So consistency is the key, and they've done a great job with that, being mature individuals that go out and prepare the proper way.
With this week, a lot of emphasis on Southwest Texas State and all of that. I know with this being your first year, just what have you learned about like Southwest Texas State and what it means to this university?
I'd say the first thing is when, just starting here, getting the job here, you hear people start by, oh, I went there when it was Southwest Texas State. Well, I think that's awesome, right? I think that's awesome. And I'll be honest, at my where I went to school, it went through a similar change, right? So we had a name change. So you hear that all the time. To me, it'd be pride. There's a whole lot of people that have a lot of pride in Southwest Texas State. We're still the same university. We're still representing it the same way. And it's our job as coaches. It's our job as any single person that wears this logo out with pride every single day. Right? Every single day to represent that great brand. And I tell people this all the time, man, I didn't get to go to school here. I wasn't born here, but I'm damn proud to represent this university every single day. And our kids are doing an excellent job of that. What I've learned is that Saturday is going to be awesome. And there are going to be a lot of people out here fired up for what's about to happen. And there's just a lot of great pride in this great institution.